Alrighty. To the many partners in the House, thank you all for being here. And our media partners, thank you for joining me for my April press briefing. Every month we'll have a focus. Last month was on infrastructure. This month is on our cleanup efforts. And next month, hope to see you again. It's going to be all about our community's public safety. Today I want to shine a spotlight on an effort that speaks to both our city's pride and our shared responsibility, and this is the city's Keep It Clean initiative. For years, I have heard one of the things that sets Colorado Springs apart, especially compared to other cities in the Midwest. I don't mean to pick up on our Midwest cities, but I used to live in the Midwest. But one of the things when I first moved that we took great pride is on how clean and well-kept our city is, and it's what makes us a desirable place to live. Our city is growing, and as we grow, it is important that we do not lose that edge. I'm encouraged by that so many of our residents feel the same. I often hear, Mayor, what is the city doing about the trash and the debris and the buildup that we're seeing around our parks, highways, and neighborhoods? That kind of civic pride is what fuels our Keep It Clean initiative. So starting with our most recent effort 2 weeks ago, 5 city departments collaborated on a coordinated cleanup effort at multiple locations throughout the city, and over the course of 2 days, our crews removed approximately 300 tons of trash. As our crews focused on cleaning the trash and debris, members of the fire department's homeless outreach program joined forces with our community partners to serve our most vulnerable neighbors. Together, they connected nearly 180 individuals experiencing homelessness with critical resources ranging from water, transportation, assistance with housing, benefits, and more. At the heart of these efforts is our citywide program called Keep It Clean COS. Keep It Clean COS. Keep It Clean COS. But this is not just a single program or one-time event. It is a unified citywide commitment, a commitment to making sure Colorado Springs remains a place we all are proud to call home, clean, welcoming, and vibrant. Keep It Clean COS is powered by 3 driving forces. Number 1, the dedicated work of our city departments. Number 2, the unwavering support of our community partners, and some of them are in the House. And number 3, the everyday actions of residents like you. Together, these forces are helping us to preserve the beauty and the quality of life that makes Colorado Springs stand out. I'm going to talk through each of those 3 driving forces. So let's jump in. Number 1, our dedicated city departments. It's important that you know that there are 5 different city divisions that lead the charge in our cleanup efforts. These are the behind-the-scenes, boots-on-the-ground heroes who quietly do the heavy lifting and often go unnoticed, but they make a big impact. Our neighborhood services team is one of them. In 2024, our neighborhood services team removed 856 tons of trash, towed 434 abandoned vehicles, and erased 17,000 graffiti tags. Next, our Public Works Operations and Maintenance Division. These public servants are on the front lines of cleaning roads, alleys, medians, and public rights-of-way. In 2024 alone, they removed 55 tons of waste, enough to fill 129 dump trucks, along with 740 tires and 1,400 abandoned shopping carts. The city invested nearly 34,000 labor hours into making this happen. And next, you have our Work COS program, and this program is one that I'm deeply proud of. In partnership with Springs Rescue Mission, we are offering individuals transitioning out of homelessness a chance to engage in meaningful work. These team members, these public servants, are not only helping to keep our city clean, they are rebuilding their lives with purpose, income, and community. Since 2019, 43 individuals have participated. 36 of them have moved on to full-time or temporary employment. That's a 70% success rate. And that's what dignity in action looks like. The next is our Stormwater Enterprise team. Through the Adopt a Waterway program, 904 volunteers have removed 29 tons of trash from our creeks and streams in 2024. And they also lead fun, creative cleanups like the Trash Mob on Tejon Street, where volunteers dress in fun costumes and pick up micro trash like cigarette butts and wrappers. It's cleanup with character. And finally, our Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Services team, and we are here at the headquarters where the magic happened. My Parks team have the daunting job of stewarding 19,000 acres of parkland, 268 miles of trails. That's a lot. And this year alone, they have coordinated 857 cleanup projects, and they are joined by a volunteer army of nearly 4,000 strong who have put in 123,000 hours of work, removing 2,000 bags of trash. And the value of that work is $4.4 million. This is the power of community, and this is the spirit of Colorado Springs. We've also launched the Urban Trail Ranger program in 2024, and these rangers, these public servants, have identified 1,700 homeless encampments, and they help with large-scale cleanups and work alongside partners to support the people experiencing homelessness. I would like to specifically thank Councilmember David Lineweber, who is here today, for his support of this program. If you're wondering where to see all this work, check out our story map on our website at coloradosprings.gov/keepitclean, coloradosprings.gov/keepitclean, where you can explore the data, the maps, and the milestones of our progress. The data speaks for itself. Our teams are hard at work, and yet despite the tireless efforts of our 5 city divisions dedicated to this mission, I still hear from residents the question, Mayor, what is the city doing about the trash, debris, and the buildups we're seeing around our parks, highways, and neighborhoods? The truth is that we're not doing this alone, which brings me to the second driving force behind Keep It Clean COS efforts, are our incredible nonprofit and community partners, and many of them are in the room today. We are proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with our local nonprofits and community partners, because keeping our city clean takes all of us. Keeping our city clean takes all of us. Recently, I convened a roundtable with 7 incredible organizations leading the charge on our local cleanup. Some of them have been doing this for 30, 50 plus years. But together, we discussed and we explored ways to align our efforts, create efficiency, and strengthen proactive collaboration across the city. These include dedicated groups like Fountain Creek Watershed District, whose work is vital in protecting our waterways, and Cause I Love You, an organization that is close to my heart, which I had the honor of founding before becoming mayor. COS I Love You mobilizes churches and volunteers to turn faith into action through meaningful service to our city. I am thrilled to share that in 2 weeks, on Friday, May 2nd, and Saturday, May 3rd, the city will partner with these 2 incredible organizations to launch joint cleanup events. We will provide the data and heavy equipment. They will bring the volunteers and the heart. And there's a lot of expertise that goes into those 2 things. And together, we'll focus our energy on areas that need it the most. This kind of collaboration, these are not the only 2. There's so many others in the room. Keep It Clean, Keep It Beautiful, and so many organizations. But this kind of collaboration is how we will continue to scale our impact and move our city from good to great. It is community in action, this is faith in action, and it's how we build a cleaner, stronger Colorado Springs. To learn more and register, and I'm calling the city to action, to learn more and to register for these to partner with these 2 organizations on May 2nd and May 3rd with Cause I Love You and the Fountain Watershed District Great American Cleanup. You can also visit coloradosprings.gov/keepitclean. Finally, the third and the most, I believe, important driving force behind the city's Keep It Clean initiative are the everyday actions of residents like you. Many of you know that my roots lie in another part of the world. Growing up in the country of Nigeria, we had a national nationwide initiative where every last Saturday of the month, for a few hours, citizens would gather to clean their neighborhood. It was a call to action to every citizen of the country. The government believed that the nation's cleanliness is a shared responsibility and required a collective effort from every citizen. That value has never left me. I am exploring the possibility of a similar program in our community to empower our local residents to take ownership of the community's well-being, one piece of trash at a time. Because flourishing, as we know, starts at the neighborhood level, and small actions add to big impact. I am especially inspired by Claire Hitchcock and her grandson Keen. On their walks, they pick up trash in their neighborhood, not because anybody asked them to, but because they care. That's what civic pride looks like. Stepping up, taking ownership, and leading by example. Thank you, Claire, and thank you, Keen. Soon, we will be launching neighborhood cleanup kits, resources designed to help you organize your own neighborhood cleanup. Last year, we talked about the link between mental health and neighborhood connection. When you know your neighbors, you build stronger and safer communities. And when you serve alongside of them, that connection only deepens. So let's keep building that spirit, one neighbor, one block, and yes, one piece of trash at a time. One more thing. Every year we give out the Spirit of the Springs Keep It Clean COS Award. That was actually started by my predecessor, former Mayor John Suthers. This award was established to honor a resident or organization or volunteer group that has made significant contribution to helping to keep Colorado Springs clean. Today, I am honored to present the 2025 Keep It Clean COS Award to the Pikes Peak Road Runners. Before I have them come up, I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. I actually have a personal connection to that group. When I first moved to the city, that was one of my first community as a runner. The Pikes Peak Road Runners group, they are keeping our spaces, public spaces, clean, and that is nothing short of inspiring. It's a shining example of what community-driven action looks like. Now, let me be clear, they are not a trash pickup group. That's what makes this award even cooler. They are a passionate running group that also happen to deeply care about our city. Since April 1998, they have rolled up their sleeves and taken ownership of the very trails that they run on, showing what it means to be good stewards of our shared spaces. In 2024 alone, through the first Saturday cleanup each month, they have logged an impressive 686 volunteer hours and engaged 98 unique volunteers and filled 512 bags of trash. That is outstanding. To the president of the club, Wayne Heilman, cleanup community leads Kirk Brown and Lita Abarno, and the entire Pikes Peak Roadrunners community, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your leadership, thank you for your service, and thank you for setting an example for the rest of us that is truly inspiring. I'd like for you guys to come up and join me in accepting your award and to take a group photo. Let's give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Mayor. Over there? This is especially special to us because it's our 50th year.
Wow, it's the 50th anniversary. That's awesome. I'm going to take that as a double recognition. It's the 50th anniversary. In closing, as we prepare for Earth Day on Tuesday, let us remember that Earth Day it's more than a celebration. It's a call to action. And through our Keep It Clean COS initiative, we are answering that call together. Whether it's picking up litter, reducing waste, protecting our waterways, or simply being mindful stewards of the land that we love, every act, big or small, makes a difference. And here's something powerful. Research shows that volunteering doesn't just improve our environment, it improves our well-being. Cleanup efforts just don't beautify our city. They produce those dopamine that we need. They help build connection, they reduce stress, and they help boost our sense of purpose. Volunteering makes our city cleaner and our people happier. So let's keep showing up. Let's keep serving. And thank you so much to the many partners in this room. And I see Richard Scorman, former city council member, who also started Richard's Rubbish Roundup, another great organization. Can't do it without all of you. Thank you for your service. And let's keep Colorado Springs a place that we're proud to call home. All right, I'm going to open it to our media partners. What questions do you have for me? About cleanup efforts and anything else. But if you may, let's start with our cleanup efforts. That way, if the partners in the room you want to speak to, I can bring them up as well, and then we can move to some of the other things happening in the city. I know you have questions for me.
Could you say a little more about that partnership that's coming up on May 2nd and 3rd with those?
Yes, the Pikes Peak, the watershed, I'm saying, the Fountain Creek, thank you, Fountain Creek Watershed Great American Cleanup. That's, I believe, on Saturday, May 3rd. They have a spring cleanup, they have a fall cleanup, and that is coming up. And their work is to help clean up our waterways. As you think about how significant that is, that water makes its way into our homes, into our faucet, into our drinking water. So it's important that we keep those cleans. And COS I Love You, or Cuz I Love You, it's an organization that brings the churches and faith communities together for spring and fall cleanup. And theirs is also Friday, May 2nd, and Saturday, May 3rd. I'm looking at that Cuz I Love You rep to see if I got that correct. Okay. And they both organizations have their own website you can go to directly, but if you need a place to start, you can also go to the city's website, coloradosprings.gov/keepitclean. Yes, are you speaking as a media partner?
No, just to let you know, our cleanup is also on May 3rd. It's a usual
Oh,
at 9 a.m.
okay.
We are responsible for the section between the Bijou Street Bridge and the 8th Street cutoff to Bear Creek Regional Park. And that we spend 2 hours there, and anyone can join us.
On Saturday?
Yes.
Okay, so the Pikes Peak Roadrunners Club is also having a cleanup effort this Saturday.
2 weeks from this.
Oh, 2 weeks from this Saturday. Okay. And many of the partners all have cleanup events happening on a regular basis. And one of the things I'm going to commit my team to on that same website is let's add each partner and the dates and times of their cleanup events. Yeah. My team loves it when I commit them publicly because I can't take it back. It's like we're doing this. Everybody's hearing it. Yes.
Talk to us about why it's important that it takes a whole community, everybody in the community, to keep costs clean.
Thank you. You always ask great questions. It's a shared responsibility. Now, our residents should know that this year's budget, I've added additional cleanup crew, and City Council was able to approve it, and it's a priority from both branches of government. But we can't keep adding more crews to keep up with the cleanliness of our city. Our city is growing. We need a coordinated strategy. We have great nonprofit and community partners. We have 5 city divisions that are focused on this work. I feel like it's in the spirit of government efficiency, just to keep adding, taking taxpayer dollars and just keep adding more cleanup crew. Even if we did that, we would not be able to keep up. Ultimately, what we need is a coordinated strategy, citywide strategy with our nonprofit partners and everyday residents to step up and be a part of the solution because I know they care and I hear it on a daily basis.
And aside from the Great American Cleanup that's coming up and the additional crews that you put on for Keep It Clean COS, what is the future of Keep It Clean COS? Any plans for expansion or anything like that?
That's a great question. And I wish I had more to give you, but we are, my team and many of the nonprofit partners in the house are serving as part of this coalition. So we're taking the same wisdom and expertise that we did with the 1,000 Neighborhood Gathering and bring all the right partners at the table. Yes, it's government, but it's business, it's nonprofits, community leaders, having them at the table to say, what does it look like to coordinate our efforts to ensure that we can create a citywide movement? And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create a citywide movement this spring and this summer and this fall. And what that would look like, most likely, and so just to tease it out a little bit, is the city would take the lead at creating a cleanup day. We will engage the residents to help determine what areas we should focus on. We'll have a public engagement process, so there's some ownership on it. And then my family and I will be there at the helm, being a great example, taking the lead of this initiative. And then from there, we will point our residents to the many incredible partners and organizations who are already doing this work. And so that's one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is my team is hungry to work with the community because we don't have enough people to keep up with the needs. So as we one of the things we did in that meeting is to show them the heat map. These are some of the biggest problem areas. What would it look like for our nonprofit and community partners to collaborate with us in those the areas that need the most attention? So those are two future possibilities in terms of how Keep It Clean COS will evolve.
You mentioned problem areas in the heat map for the most part. For this year, for the city crews, are you guys focusing on any particular area in Colorado Springs to clean up?
Corey, my maintenance and operation division manager is going to come and help answer. Great questions, by the way. Introduce. Yeah, you know the drill. Yeah.
Thank you, Mayor. Corey Farkas, Public Works Operations and Maintenance Division Manager. So could you repeat the question one more time?
Is based on the heat map or for city crews, what are the areas you guys going to be focusing on this year in Colorado Springs for cleanups?
Okay, so great question. We have multiple crews. We've got our Quality of Life team, the Keep It Clean team, which concentrates more on the rights of way, and Work COS that works with them. Collaboratively, we can attack large cleanups with that team. When they're out on their individual areas, like you saw on that heat map, that's mainly the Keep It Clean team, which really focuses on our primary corridors within the city. So they will be focusing on their service requests are another big piece of what they do. So as people go onto the Go COS app, report trash, and that comes in, they go attack those areas as quickly as they possibly can. And then they're right back on our primary corridors. The Quality of Life team, they're typically going out with the HOT team and the DART team cleaning up homeless encampments. So they're really focusing on those areas throughout the city. We are getting proactive on some of the areas that we clean up. A couple of years ago, we did a large cleanup on what we call the bird sanctuary over off of Academy, and that was a collaborative cleanup between our neighborhood services team, operations and maintenance team. We had forestry there. We had our SWENT team was involved with that. So collaboratively, we get together and we do these large cleanups in the worst areas of the city. But the heat map really helps us really attack the areas where those service requests are coming in.
Thank you, Corey. We can transition to other questions.
As for cleaning up these encampments, for the most part,
Right.
I know some people live over there. Have you guys been able to find people who have been living there, alternative places to live for the most part?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's always a top priority. I want to be clear. Balancing enforcement with compassion is always a top priority of mine. Those two are at the table. And when we say enforcement, we're not criminalizing. It's not criminal to be homeless unless there is crime involved with homelessness. So we're all accountable to the rule of law. But ultimately, we want to guide our in-house residents to take advantage of the many services that we have in our community. We have incredible partners from the Place to Homeward Pikes Peak and Catholic Charities and Springs Rescue Mission, and they are growing and building on their services. The biggest challenge is how do you get our most vulnerable residents to take advantage of those? And that's why I'm really proud of the public servants that we have from our fire department's homeless outreach program, public servants to our homeless outreach team officers, who are some of the most compassionate police officers you ever find, to many, and by the way, many of our partners send their own street outreach team members, and these are behavioral health workers and social workers who are trying to guide our residents to take advantage of the services. So it's an all hands on deck approach. We're keeping our city clean, but we're also providing the necessary services that our in-house residents need. One of the things I always say is no little boy or little girl said when they were young, when I grow up, I want to be homeless. That is not anybody's dream or passion. And so we want to make sure that they are getting the help and the comfort that many of us crave every single day. And that's really the focus on these cleanup efforts. It's also an opportunity to connect our in-house residents to services.
Can you expand on that a little more? Talk about how the cleanup efforts actually give you an opportunity to connect with those who don't have phones, don't have, all that stuff.
Yes, I can only speak. I can speak from my own firsthand experience, because I have shadowed my team members, and I believe that we start with a notification. We let them know they're coming, and then we show up, and then we begin to clean. And many of what I've seen, it's what I've seen firsthand in many of these encampments. It's alarming in terms of people's property, their needles, so you have to understand those environments are even unsafe for our in-house community. I mean, we hear reports of rape and homicides, and this is one of my biggest reasons for the illegal encampments cleanup and enforcement. Is today it's a top issue around our wildland fires, is because the fires that are started there really have great consequences, as we saw about a month ago in our city. So in terms of keeping our city safe from wildland fires, we talk about Mother Nature, which is a part of that. But think about it. You have a fire started, and this morning was windy. That's a perfect scenario to take down our city. And that's not going to happen under my watch. So it's important that, when we talk about illegal cleanups around illegal encampments, the benefits are many, from helping to keep our house residents safe to helping to keep the wider community safe. And so we check a lot of boxes, and my team knows that how we do anything is as important as what we do. So we approach a lot of these efforts with great compassion and care as well. Yes, sir.
Get your thoughts on the latest about Space Command, possibly going back to Alabama. Can I get your thoughts? That's going to be a huge revenue loss down the road. It won't affect you now, but down the road it could. So just kind of get your thoughts on Space Command and the latest going on.
Yeah, our media partners, better than most in our community, that the most current conversation around Space Command has been kind of a media battle. And I understand Huntsville, Alabama, and their legislators. That's kind of a strategy, is to activate it's been quiet, which has been a good thing. There were rumors that the president would have signed an executive order truly in his first 24 or 48 hours, and that hasn't happened. I take as the no news as good news, but I don't blame some of the most recent media efforts to just kind of activate the conversations. For us in Colorado Springs, our message is clear. Keeping Space Command here is about our nation's security, and as a mayor who understands that my number one role in the local government is public safety, that's how the president and his team thinks about it. What's in the best interest of our nation's security? Number one. Number two, keeping U.S. Space Command here is also in the spirit of government efficiency. We've reached full operational capacity. We have the ecosystem. We have the 1,200 members of U.S. Space Command who live here and work here, and to move it is going to cost a lot of money. I'm hearing something from the tune of $2 to $10 billion. And as we're working to save money, our hard-earned taxpayer money, trying to move that, I don't believe it's the best decision for our country. And then you've noted on the third concern. The third concern is in terms of our economic impact. We have over 250 aerospace defense companies who are alive and well and thriving in this community. And so many of them chose Colorado Springs because of U.S. Space Command. So we're paying attention to that. I'm paying attention to our congressional members on the federal level, especially the Republicans. They are leading the way. A couple of them have direct access to the president, so they are having these conversations directly with President Trump as well. So the decision is still up in the air. We don't know, but we're waiting, we're watching, and most importantly, we are advocating to ensure that it stays here because of all the three reasons I just mentioned.
Alright, Mayor, one last question.
Yes.
Can you talk to us about the pride you have in all the efforts and everything that everybody's been doing?
Thank you. I really do appreciate that question. When I think about where government's work meets the 500,000 people, this is it. And I hope you guys give this story a chance. Almost every day we're hearing from residents saying, our city is dirty, our city is dirty. As you've seen the numbers, as you've seen the investment, even our own taxpayer dollars, we have 5 different divisions. Sometimes it's tricky in terms of what we can clean. Most of our residents don't know that Highway 24 and I-25 is not our purview, it's not our jurisdiction. We can't just jump in there and clean it. We have to work with CDOT, the Colorado Department of Transportation. But we are advocating to say, hey, if you're not going to clean it, we need to clean it. There's so many nuances around this effort and that our residents don't appreciate. And that is just government. And then I think about our many community and nonprofit members, many of them here, including a former city council member and president of city council, that are saying, I want to be a part of the solution. We got to tell the story. We got to celebrate that. That's incredible. And I mentioned a grandmother and a grandson who go on walks and are picking up trash. We got to tell the story, and we got to build upon those successes and make it easy, accessible for 500,000 people to get involved in this incredible work. It's what many of us love about Colorado Springs. We don't want to lose that edge. And our city's growing. As we flip the page in the next chapter of our city's history, our strategies have to evolve. And so around keeping our city clean, our strategy will evolve. We'll make it a citywide movement. And my hope is that we can have a version of that experience that I grew up with in my country of origin, where it's a call to action for the entire country. In our case, it would be the entire city to say, let's do this. And so it's upon us, city, community partners, to ensure that we're making it easy for residents to join, but also to have the resources and tool to be a part of Keep It Clean COS.